Australia.
We're frauds.
It's France Olympics. He decides, I'll just break into my mate's house and go make a sandwich.
Like you're moving like you're like a dancer. You look at the cha-cha-cha. Well, welcome back to the Uneducated Nuffies. Another week, episode 12?
13.
13?
13.
Lucky number 13.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Yeah. We're back.
We're back again.
We're here. We've had to sacrifice. We've had to lay someone off, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, the company couldn't afford an internship, so we've had to lay off Patrick after one episode.
He had a good stint. We'll give him that. We'll give him praise.
But we are willing to offer him a secondary contract in a few weeks. To come back on an internship.
He's like a Christmas casual.
Yeah, Christmas casual. But we do have one person back.
Welcome back, Jimmy.
Hello.
How is Bali?
It was good.
No feral shenanigans?
No, not really. Relaxed. Got tan. Got relaxed.
Good.
Now I'm back.
Do you have a million beers?
Yeah.
Good.
Did you find Robbie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So what do you expect? Bali just loves stray dogs.
It does. Well, it's everywhere.
Everywhere. Oh well. Jonty, how was your weekend?
Mine was good. I watched the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. So that was pretty funny.
Sad.
We'll come back to that later. Otherwise, what else did I do? Oh, I got a haircut.
What?
I know, right? Crazy.
That's true.
It's actually not that bad.
How much you pay for your haircut?
Not 55.
Good start.
No, that's pretty much all I did. Once again, my weekends are a different weekend, so I didn't really do much. How about you, man?
Yeah, cricket again. We actually had a good game this week. We're in a good position to win. Probably should be in a better position than we were, but oh well. And then
what was the score at one stage?
We had them 5 for 9.
And then what did it end up being?
They ended up making 190. They just dug in. There wasn't much we did wrong, but then we had very funny shenanigans at the cricket club. We had a Western night, and we had a live singer, Jade Gibson, come in, and all the vets were just harassing her all night.
That's true.
What was very funny. I'm just watching like 8 blokes at the back to go. Just all night to Jade Gibson, and then
Really respectful.
and then Kobe and Lockie tried doing their little thing later on that night.
You naming names now?
Yeah, I'm gonna name names.
Well, we wanted to shout out the Wallace family.
Mainly Bailey, Pete, if you watch this as well.
We heard he's our biggest fan. We've been told. Also basketball last night we won.
We won.
Had a good win.
We had a good win.
2 in a row.
Yeah.
I'll put in the masterclass.
No.
19 points are dropped. How good.
Did you score 19?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had the exact same strategy every single time.
And it worked. It's like
They didn't have to defend.
they didn't know how to defend it.
Yeah.
Every time I went to go drive, they'd jump so early so I could Euro step around them so easily. If not, they'll try to double team me and I'll just pass off to Jimmy or Josh or Kane.
There's one stage where you tried to drive in and then you had a ghost appear and then you just passed it to another person.
Oh, yeah, because I
Another
got caught in a 3-on-1 and I'm like, I'm not getting past this. I thought someone was cutting through. It was like a perfect cut lane. And it was just the opposition. So, but it wasn't as bad as you. You also stole the ball, had an open layup.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I like let it up. I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. And I slowly watched it hit the other side of the room. I'm like, oh, you're fucking kidding me. Sorry for swearing early, but that's how I felt.
Anywho, good win.
Good
We're
win.
3-2
Yeah,
in form.
we're second in the comp
Okay.
and best percentage.
Yeah, good start.
Fly coming.
Flag redeemers.
I mean, we're not that name anymore.
Absolutely, the Crows were right. Right in front of me.
We're going to engage with our mind.
Do you think they didn't come to play? Do you think they sat in their cars waiting for the game to start then go out there?
AFLW, the final series. We're getting into the prelims next week. Well, this week, sorry.
Yeah.
Last week, North won, so we couldn't make fun of them.
No.
This week, Adelaide defeat Fremantle 37 points in a 49-12 affair.
They looked very dominant. Adelaide, like I said in previous weeks, they've probably been the best team in the AFL comp for the AFLW comp in the last couple of years. They just keep their form. I think it was no surprise seeing them win that. I think Fremantle had a good season, don't get me wrong. They had good spurts, but I think Adelaide would just do. Shout out Emily Marinoff, I think it is.
Yeah,
she had 32, 19 kicks and a goal.
Yeah, pretty.
That's impressive.
Good day.
That's a very
taking
good day.
piss.
Yeah, you've had a good day. She's always been a standout player in the comp, especially for Adelaide. She's just massive ball getter.
No.
Most often. But then the funny game, well, not the funny game, probably the
Oh.
game of the final series so far.
The Hock Tours.
The Huck 2 have gone out in straight set after finishing second on the ladder in the regular season. They've gone out in straight sets. They lost to Port at Icon Park by 1 point in an upset, losing 49-50. Inaccuracy definitely cost Hawthorn. They had 13 behinds in the end.
That sounds like us in like 2018.
Yeah, they had 4 more scoring shots compared to Port. But yeah, 13 behinds definitely does hurt, especially when they probably were the more dominant team on the day as well. Just couldn't convert on the scoreboard.
That means that in both final series, Port have knocked out Hawthorn by close margin.
It's quite funny.
That's
Ted
pretty
must
funny.
be smiling. But that also means now we could see a grand final showdown at Adelaide Oval.
No.
No. How insufferable would that game be?
It would be really bad.
I'd rather North win.
But look, we've got Brisbane are going to be facing Adelaide at Ipswich on Saturday night. Because that's where their training ground is. Like, that's where Brisbane's training ground is.
Oh, you couldn't use the Gabba because for cricket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then North Melbourne are hosting Port Adelaide at Icon Park on Saturday afternoon.
Well, I know like there wasn't the Gabba available. Couldn't they just go to Gold Coast? Like it's only a couple of hours away.
No, because it's a Gold Coast team anyway. They don't want to play at Gold Coast.
But for the finals, go there.
And they also play cricket there, I think, too. They have Big Bash games there.
They do actually. You're right.
Damn it.
Anywho, I think this week North Melbourne should beat Port theoretically. They've been the best team all year. I'd be surprised if they lose that. If it was Hawthorn, I reckon it'd be a lot closer. But I think Port have
North is
used
strong
they've
favourites.
used up all their luck. But Brisbane Adelaide, I'm actually really excited for. That's actually going to be a cracking game.
Yeah. Easily.
They're probably either of those teams can win that game. There's no real standout margin team I can see win that game.
No.
Do you want to leave a tip? Who think's going to win? Have a guess.
I'm gonna say North
Yeah.
because it's.
Brisbane Adelaide. Who's going to win that one?
I'm on Brizzy. I think Brizzy.
I'm gonna Adelaide.
Brizzy. No, I think Brisbane have looked a lot better this year. I think they've probably been the best team in the comp this year because I think North have been good, but they haven't played like all the games they've played. They've played some pretty mediocre teams for most of the year, whereas Brisbane have played a lot more of higher end talent because they won the flag obviously last year.
Yeah.
So I think Brisbane should get up, especially the home ground advantage helps a lot, especially playing in the heat up there. It's a lot different to Adelaide.
Yeah. I'll say Brisbane. I like the idea of them winning both the flags in 1 year.
That would be cool.
Pretty cool.
That would be very cool.
So the real winner's Hawthorn.
As well this week, we have the AFL draft. It's here. Cal Toomey's favourite time of year.
Oh, his only time of year.
He loves it.
Drafts on Wednesday night and Thursday night. 2-night draft. What do we think about that?
Is it just the first round on Wednesday night?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
that's usually the way I've done it, isn't it? Well, I've done it before.
Oh, it's been the last few years.
Yeah.
Which means
Oh,
yes,
fine.
don't have to watch it tomorrow night. Let's go. Or Wednesday night.
We go out on that night. You always watch the Wednesday night. The Thursday night's sort of like
Well,
Yeah, there's more coverage.
You normally like to watch the first round, only the first 15 picks, and that's
we
it.
don't have any picks in the first round.
Oh, well, we got pick,
Like the 30s. Well, we've got father son first, and then
That's not right.
pick 3.
Who do you want Carlton to take with pick 3? As a Carlton fan.
It depends who's available. Because
In your perfect world, who do you want?
perfect world, it's Levi Ashcroft, but I know we can't get him. I know we can't get that. It's probably a mixture of 3 I would take. Jagger Smith, Finn O'Sullivan, or Sid Draper. I think Finn O'Sullivan would probably be most preferred, but I feel like he'll go pick 2 to North.
Yeah.
I feel like North would like a fast inside midfielder because they can keep Shees on that wing, on that halfback, where I think he's better suited.
Or forward.
Yeah, either or. He's better suited outside the midfield. I don't think he's fast enough to be in the midfield.
Well, you're missing out on the key information here. Adelaide are trying to trade for that pick.
Yes, North may trade down.
That I did hear that as well. I think Ashcroft will fall down to like pick 4 or 5. I don't think.
The Tigers won't do
I just don't think people will pick him that early. I think it'll probably be. I think Sam Layla. I think they're touting to be the number 1 pick. I think he suits Richmond really well. And then obviously Finn O'Sullivan could. It's any mixture of 2, 3, and 4 will either be Smith, Finn O'Sullivan, or Sid Draper. My 3. I think they'll go there. And then I think someone will try and take Lev Ashcroft at 5. Won't go there. Your other names you got there. You got Harvey Langford, Murphy Reed, Alex Toru, Harvey Armstrong, and then Josh Smiley, the local Park Orchards. I think he'll go to. I think
I think
The best place I'd like to see him, I'd like to see him Richmond. You can go
seven
pick
at
6.
Richmond.
I think they got pick 8 or 7.
It's around then. He's around then. So.
I think he's probably that would be the best place for him to go.
Yeah.
Would you if you got him at, because what pick do you guys have? Pick,
Oh, no, we don't have pick. We're just
No,
we're just
no,
gonna
they
academy pick.
they traded down for Kako.
So we're getting our academy pick.
because you guys had pick 6 originally, didn't you?
Pick 9, but we traded to Melbourne for their first next year.
Oh, that's right. I don't want to send him to Melbourne because it wouldn't work in Melbourne.
Not St Kilda.
No, because
It would be
I can't picture in that shit colour. To be honest, they got the rebrand happening tomorrow.
tomorrow. Yep. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens there. Look, I honestly think he will go to St Kilda.
I think he
Because-
might.
Well, he's the difference midfielder compared to like
Yeah,
'Cause-
they're touting him to be the next Cripps, but
He's playing
anyone.
like Cripps, but
He's that big body, but you can't. I hate the way they put that pressure on. Like, obviously, you got to compare him to big people because you want that potential, but
well,
it puts a lot of pressure on them early.
yeah. But you look at every single draft prospect ever, they have a massive like comparison. Like,
They always do that higher end than
yeah.
the lower end.
Well, remember Goz's one was like Adam Goods with mobility, or like
Or like
It was Brad Ottens with
yeah.
like
So
Brad
yeah,
Ottens.
or height for Adam Goods.
Yeah.
Like
and Matthew Pavlich ball handle skills.
yeah, like if anything, it's just gonna happen no matter what. You just have to ignore the comparisons.
They just happen. Like Harley Reid's constantly just dusty.
Yeah.
Like,
I think this year's draft, everyone's saying it's obviously stacked, and it does have some good talent up there. But it'll be interesting to see who that. Look, everyone's saying it's gonna be Levi Ashcroft. I think someone else will stand up above him because I don't think Ashcroft will start well because of the. Thanks, Jimmy. Because of all of the amount of midfielders there are at Brisbane. So I don't think he'll get that midfield minute. So he'll struggle.
get less time is definitely the fair point.
It'll be interesting to see who. I think someone at Richmond. Like that's why you think you put a Smiley or Layla at Richmond. They're going to thrive there. Cause
They literally can't fuck it up completely because they have so many picks. At least 2 to 3 players will be good players in the first year.
As well, I reckon keep an eye on this. I mean, looking at this guy, another Eastern Rangers boy. I think he also stood out in the Marsh. He's got the Marsh Championship. No. What's the state championship called? Isn't it the Marsh State Championship or something like that? Whatever it's called. Christian Morales. Could be a big sleeper. He's looked like a really good small forward this year. It's looking like he'll go to Hawthorn. That could be a massive piece for Hawthorn with another good small forward.
He was ranked really high last year, wasn't he? When
Yeah.
he was playing bottom age tack.
Yeah.
He dominated. Then he just slipped a fair bit.
Even this year, he slipped in the draft order, but he still looked really dominant. Like he's kicked. I think he kicked in 2 games in the state championship. Kicked 4 goals in 2 games.
Well, do Hawthorn need more small forwards?
No, but like
So he won't get game time.
it.
Yeah, but he probably won't get game time. Let's think. What their lineup has: Nick Watson, Jack Ginnivan, Luke Bruce still playing next year. McDonald.
Well, say it doesn't go to Hawthorn, goes to another small forward place. He would be suited. I'd love him at Tammy McCartan if we had a pick around that.
We're getting Kako, but
We needed a small forward badly because we lost the best small forward apparently in the league. Stupid comment.
BTB.
Anywho, look forward. I look forward to seeing what happens in the draft.
it's an exciting time of the year. Some footy stuff coming back.
Yeah, you get hyped up for pre-season. Everyone looks good, and then you just realize, oh wait, there's still 3 months left.
To be honest, even
God, we look good.
even driving here, I saw at RMIT there was people doing pre-season tonight already.
Yeah,
Oh,
Too early. Too early.
Yeah, have you not seen the Dan Does Footy?
I did see that, but I'm not a fan of pro. Don't go to pre-season till after Christmas.
I'm going.
International football's back. We've got some more football for you. No A-League this week, but Australia played and another Popovich masterclass.
Remember when I said the hope is the hope that kills you? This is exactly what happened. A 0-0 draw with Saudi Arabia, where we had like 12 shots on target, able to score, and don't let the shots fool you because there were some very exciting shots. It was awful.
Yeah.
Welcome to the true Popovich era. This is what actually happens each week.
Yeah, look, we dominated in shots, like you said, but that was about it. I think Saudi Arabia looked very good, as they should. They are a very good team, as it is. Obviously, if you look back to the World Cup in 2022, they knocked off the world champions. So they aren't no nipshit team in Asia. But it was very interesting. It was very funny to see when the Saudi Arabia goal was caught offside and the whole team just surrounded the flag. The flag umpire like he was going to change his decision, like trying to say we'll kill your family.
Angry.
We are second in our bracket.
That's the only positive.
That's the only positive. We are in a World Cup position at the moment.
Well, we're doing horrible.
We were.
We've won one game, drawn 3.
No.
And we're second.
So to explain it right, Japan is up here.
Yeah.
We're second here.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. My big question is why Popovich is trying to follow like the 3-4-2-1. So to explain that, every like new manager nowadays has a 3-4-2-1, where it's like a flat. Popovich is leaving out like half our attacking talent because he wants to play this way, and he's also given Jason Gerrier, Nishan Valupale, who I'm a Melbourne Victory fan. I watch these motherfuckers every week. I know for a fact they should not be in that Socceroos squad. It's baffling me. Aaron Kunda didn't get a single minute.
Really?
Like, I don't think he was in the squad.
He's
either.
probably like our most promising, or he's probably the biggest club in the world from Australia at the moment.
Yeah. Now, I understand that, yes, he's not playing first-class football right now, but he's still learning at Bayern, training every day at Bayern. And yes, he's had some bad performances with like the Japan games. Nowhere near as bad as some of these other players have had. I don't understand it. And having Jerry as a back free player is going to hurt my head.
That was interesting. Anywho, we'll go to some of the Nations League?
Yeah,
Nations League football. Germany are back dominating Europe like they did in 1942. They're back at it. They beat Bosnia and Herzegovina 7-0.
Oh, that's so bad.
Not as safe like 2014.
Oh my god.
I watched the highlights. They were terrible, Bosnia.
Oh, they're normally like a decent.
They're normally a decent
but
squad.
I looked at the squad. It's nothing like they used to have Dzeko, Pjanic, like it was these players that you can recognize. Nowadays Florian Wirtz is tearing him a new one.
Yeah, what did he score, a hat trick?
Havertz, don't know if Havertz played. I think he did.
Havertz played. He scored one. I think he scored 1.
Not to score for Arsenal.
You also saw Victor Gyökeres. He scored, I think it was 2 in 2 games or 3 in 2 games. Probably the best striker in the world at the moment.
Oh my god, everyone.
Is he not?
Haaland.
He's better than Haaland at the moment. The only other striker I could think who'd be better than him in the world right now would be Lewandowski.
I just think give it a little bit more time before we start crowning him the best striker in the world.
At the moment, I never say he's the best striker in the world. He's the best striker in the world at the moment.
I still would say that's questionable. Just because, once again, it depends who you're playing. He's playing Santa Clara sometimes.
Yeah, true.
So,
to be honest, how good Sweden's attack at the moment? You got Gyökeres up front with Isak.
Yeah, you got a great Tron too there. But what was great? It's the GOAT. Ronaldo.
No,
he's still scoring braces at age 39 in the Nations League.
Who'd they play?
I can't remember.
There you go. Probably a small club, small country. It was probably San Marino.
Yeah, but is it? I'd rather him being scoring braces than Messi losing to Paraguay and dropping a stinker.
Yeah, but who's got a World Cup?
Who cares?
Many people care.
Yeah.
Messi's my goat.
Messi's my goat.
Yes, Jimmy.
Anyway, he's still dropping braces, which is very funny. Very good player.
Is he like? Are they actually good goals, or are you just?
I think one was like a bicycle kick.
It was not a bicycle kick. Don't go saying.
And then
this.
the other one was like this.
I don't think he can jump much anymore.
He can still.
No, he's a beast.
I think one was a tap and the other one was a decent strike.
Yeah, no, one was a penalty and one was a decent strike.
There you go.
Yeah.
Penalty merchant.
You understand that Messi takes more penalties overall.
Oh.
Yes. That's why it's
Yeah,
called
because they also try and foul him because he's a better ball handler than Ronaldo. Yes.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's a better scorer. Messi's a better player.
Yeah.
Guys, it's not how that works.
It is. Two
Anyway.
World Wars and 1 World Cup.
That's not even related to this. Argentina didn't win any World Cups. Remember? I sorry, World Cups, sorry, World Wars.
World Wars. They won World Cups, though. Portugal haven't.
Actually, they were back in the days. Eusebio.
Portugal have a really good team, and they couldn't do it.
Argentinians were still better.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Portugal still had a gun team. You cannot tell me a team with Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, Diego Dallo, Ruben Diaz.
That is the most dysfunctional team I've heard in my life. So no wonder it didn't win. Anyway, let's move on. Now, I don't actually want to do a sting for this one because this one's just a discussion, guys. How shit was the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight?
It was rigged for a start. It was
Oh.
all a money grab. 'Cause
Yeah.
The Pauls are absolute marketing geniuses,
Yes.
and they just know how to draw everything and suck everyone in and get a bunch of
Well,
money.
that's how they got big on YouTube. They knew how to draw a
Yes.
market, and then they brought it in the boxing world. Look, fair enough.
Well,
He's walked away with $40 million, and Tyson got 20. I think Tyson's not going to care if he lost. He's got $20 million.
Look, he's made more than $20 million.
Well, that's what he got for fighting.
Yeah.
But then also you got to add the documentary they did, as well as all of their bonus incentives, sponsorship deals.
Look, it's definitely in the hundreds. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, that's why he came out of retirement. He's probably that one got debt or just needs some more money. Needs to buy another tiger.
He's done that a few times in his career.
I was
I know
hoping.
he's a lot of money.
Yeah, and prison fraud. No, prison.
I was
merchant.
hoping after Jay came out in the I was like the car, that Mike just walked out his tiger. just instead, so you have Jake have this old thing like this. Logan with his bird. Logan's bird's in the back of the car. Has
Did
this,
you see he called out Logan Paul as well after the fight too? He wants to fight Logan now, and Logan goes, "Shut up, Michael! I'll knock you the f out." I'm like, "Oh no, not again!
oh,
Go back to just stay in WWE, Logan. It's where you're good. Don't go back in the boxing ring."
no, it was stupid.
And then he wants to fight more now.
Oh my god, Mike.
He said he's enjoyed his passion's back for boxing.
He's 58.
Mike literally, he had the first punch. You go, oh my god.
He looked okay in the first round.
Yeah, the first round he looked like he was going to win it, and then every time he actually had a swing, Jake would just run away, and then
He just ran out of breath.
and then Jake hits him with a good cut, and you're like, he's about to knock out this 57-year-old
But
man.
to be fair, I think you'd expect a 27-year-old boxer to beat a 58-year-old boxer. It doesn't matter how good Mike Tyson was back in his prime.
Oh,
You can't,
He's an old man.
age will never help you on your side.
no, it was always the lose for Jake. It's either lose because you don't get respect because you beat a 57-year-old man, or if you lost, lose all respect you could because you lost a 57-year-old man.
When is Jake gonna fight actually like a decent opponent
He
now?
won't. It's all
Because I saw there was like he was calling out Canelo. No, someone along that line.
Canales.
Not Canelo. Pereira, I think.
It's still not.
Yeah.
If he fights an actual boxer,
Fight KSI. We all want it.
that's been happening for 7 years.
When are we getting it?
Oh god.
I want to see KSI come out to thick of it, coming out to box.
But yeah, that was one of the worst things I've watched. I didn't feel good watching it. I felt bad because I thought Mike is gonna die if he gets one big hit.
It looked really bad.
I enjoyed watching grass grow than watching that fight.
And then at the end, Jake just starts emoting.
I did see. And what is he fucking praying to him as well?
Yeah, he's like, I understand you're trying to show respect. Do it afterwards. Don't just start when there's in the last 10 seconds. Mike, throw some fucking fists.
Yeah, Mike could have literally just saw him bow and just go, "Oh, here you go, whack, win."
Yeah.
Could have won an extra $20 million on top of the $100 million he's already probably made.
And then Jake's just going like, gone.
It was weird shit.
I'm like, what the like? I'm just trying to understand.
Give us Mike Tyson versus Donald Trump.
Oh my god.
What is that?
Whoa.
Taylor Siddle's got a hat-trick on his birthday! Not yet, he hasn't. Beauty! Not. Barnes got 6 at the J! Build the man a statue!
What are you doing here? Oh, just listening to some Spotify. fine, mate. Yeah, just listening to the tune.
Red ball, white ball, whatever balls you play with, cricket's here. We've had a great week. Australia are back in some form. We've won the T20 series after 2 games against Pakistan in dramatic fashion.
Well, it's on the Oswald tonight.
And it's on live right now as well. First game was interesting. We got delayed, rain delay. Standard from, it was at, standard from Brisbane. 7 overs each. Glenn Maxwell did what he does best.
That's pure cricket.
43 off 19.
Yep. Took piss.
Always.
Cricket's pure cricket.
Nothing really much Pakistan did with the ball or bat. They made like 78 for 9. Xavier Butler and Nathan Ellis both took 3 wickets. We won the match by 29 runs in the first one. And in the second game, Jake Fraser-McGurk does what he does best early, makes a big score like 20 off 9 balls and goes out. Can't make a big score. Aaron Hardy top score with 28. But Harris Rauf was probably the best with the ball for Pakistan, taking 4 wickets. He just loves taking wickets on Australian soil. Usman Khan for Pakistan made 52 off 38 balls, but they weren't able to do much damage. Got rolled for 134. Spencer Johnson, player of the match, 5 for 26 off 4 overs. Pretty impressive. But yeah, so we're doing well, and then they're live now, correct?
Yeah, I've got some scores. Pakistan 3 for 70 in the 10th over.
Okay, so
Single wickets. Babar Azam's on 31.
Oh, Babar Azam's actually making runs finally.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
And wickets for Johnson, Zampa, and Hardy.
How's Zampa's new hair? Have you seen his
Disgusting.
new hair?
It's
He's
awful.
gone like.
Looks like a BTEC M&M.
How's he got the most wickets for a spinner in Australian T20 and one day history?
He's a weird dude.
because he doesn't play any test.
He bowls zip. He doesn't turn it as well.
No.
He just zips it in toppies.
Well, no. Do you forget that challenge? Do you forget the spin?
Oh, no, yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, but he doesn't turn it. He just skids it through at an annoying pace, and bats would hit up in the air.
Well, I don't know what they're made for.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about something. We'll go to Sheffield Shield watch now. It was a week to be named Jake because we had 3 blokes named Jake scored tons for their state. Jake Weatherall was the player of the bunch. Scored 186 off 204 balls for Tasmania.
Oh, Tasmania though.
They scored like 500 because they also had Jake Doran also ton up 101 off 112 balls. Queensland just can't bowl. They got no good bowlers anymore.
Nisa wasn't playing, I guess, right?
Yeah, Nisa wasn't playing.
Yeah.
But besides that, they got no one. As well, Jake Lehman somehow has come back and started playing good cricket. He scored 100 off 163. But probably the most surprising thing out of all, Jackson Bird, at the age of 37, has taken 11 wickets for New South Wales in the performance against South Australia. Took 7 for 46 in the first innings of 15 overs, and then 4 for 65 off 17.3 in the second innings. He's 37 and he's still doing it.
Same up. Just nipping away.
I completely forgot he was still playing.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Like, he was the Scott Boland before Scott Boland.
Scott Boland's way better though, because he's Victorian.
Yep.
So Victoria.
But didn't Bird used to play... He played some before he went... I thought he played at Victoria for
Tassie.
part of his career.
Tassie.
Was he always Tassie before he went to New South Wales?
So he's all Victoria won today.
We win.
Where's WA?
I saw Tom Rogers made a good score in the first innings. Who made a run for the second innings?
We only chased him 120. So
Yeah, it was a big one.
Harris and Hanscom both got 56 not out.
So Hampscombe made 50 in both innings
He
then.
got 56 in both.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Who took wickets in the second innings then?
For Victoria,
Yeah.
Sam Elliott took 4.
Yeah, okay.
O'Neill got 3.
He's not Fergus O'Neill.
Fergus.
Ferguson. He's gun. He's going to be a very good play in coming months and years.
Cameron Bancroft still can't make a run.
Standard. As well, we'll look at one more thing. England, first of all, their fans suck.
This is a point that you're taking from me.
I'll summarise first. England can't bat, and they lost to the West Indies again in the West Indies. By the way, this was a road. They both scored 200 plus, and it was like 200 plus, and they got like 6 wickets for the game in both innings. 600.
2020,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's just like at least make a decent pitch where the bowler can actually do something.
No, because roads are better.
No.
Nothing better than bowling a ball that just does nothing away.
Yeah. Terrible.
Now, my actual point about this was a little rabbit hole I went down the other day. So before work, I was bored and waiting.
Oh, what a surprise.
Hey, mate, long day. All right.
Oh, what? Serving people alcohol.
I do more than that, fuckhead.
Oh.
So
Prove.
I was on TikTok and I'm going through and watching Mitchell Johnson highlights.
That's a good pastime.
Yeah.
Oh, me and Jimmy just said it all the time.
Yeah.
That'll Ryan Harris.
Just bowling.
Just bowlers.
Keep going.
Yeah. So I was watching a part where it's Jimmy Anderson versus Mitch Johnson.
Oh, I know this.
Yeah. Yeah. And the one where Jimmy Anderson just keeps on like walking away, not letting a single ball happen, and Mitch Johnson's getting real fucking annoyed. Like he's just giving him absolute shit. So in the comments section, I'm looking through, and I see one from a British person, and it goes like this: when I think of Mitchell Johnson, I think of a wanker. Worst person I've ever seen on cricket. Most up himself person.
Who? Jimmy Anderson.
No, Mitch Johnson.
He's saying that about Mitch Johnson.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so every single comment after that is all either Australians or even there's some New Zealanders in there, funnily enough, going, you literally had Jimmy Anderson and and Barstow. Bairstow, sorry. Anyway, Bairstow.
Jimmy Anderson wasn't terrible. It was
It's
Broad, yeah, Broad.
Stuart Broad did the most unsportsmanlike thing I've ever seen, where he nicked it to like third slip and just didn't walk.
Mm.
Yeah, they've got some bad. Stokes is bad.
Yeah. But
I'm not sure that's right, but
the team is one of the most
they are
dickhead
a bunch
teams.
of wankers.
Yeah.
I saw another one as well. Do you remember when Mitchell Johnson was batting? He was chirping at Jimmy Anderson, and Jimmy Anderson bowled some of the next ball. He stared him around, and then it came to him having to bat against Australia. Mitchell Johnson's first ball against him, and absolutely just takes out his middle and off, cartwheeling, and tells him to pretty much tells him to fuck off, and he stares him down. It's like,
That was prime mojo, the mo.
That is the most dangerous person I've ever seen in a series ever.
That's childhood.
Yeah.
Childhood memes.
Anyway, so my major point is that even 8 years after it happened, the 10 years after it happened, they still can't let it go.
They can't
just-
let anything go.
They can't let
Just
anything
win
go.
a series in Australia, and then you can shut.
That can't
Win a
happen.
match first.
They have to win.
They can't even win a match, let alone a series.
Don't make me get out of this seat. Come on in. He won't get in the water. He don't want to get his hair wet. Pretty boy.
Hold that thought. I'm gonna call you back.
Oh, Lord.
While it sucks to be a Philly fan, NBA is still on. We have a star, guys. We were talking about him last week. Dyson Daniels has fully arrived.
They've seen the nickname the Great Barrier Thief.
Yeah.
I
Now,
haven't seen that. That's funny.
It's a good nickname.
over the past about week and a half, he's had 5 games, 29 steals. Today wasn't as great.
Had two.
Two.
And he shot like 2-3 games over 20 points as well.
Yeah, today was 5 for 17, so we'll ignore this one. But 29 steals over 5 games, that's crazy. He's on pace to break the steals record.
Yeah.
He's also on pace to nearly double the record for deflections. He's currently on pace for about 600.
Chris Evans, and you play him, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, guys.
Yeah, it's crazy. I
who
wonder
wouldn't- who
what
wouldn't play
league.
him?
But to be honest, he was always touted to be a star. Like when you go in the top, I think it was pick 7.
Pick 8.
Pick 8? Yeah, when you go pick 8, you got some talent. You're not going to...
Yeah.
He just didn't... The Pelicans just didn't like the way he played.
It certainly didn't like the way he played. It didn't fit. in
Didn't
the way
fit,
we played.
but then
He's found his
it's
spot
sort of...
now.
The Hawks have won that trade in the end.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
got
At the moment.
at the
yes.
moment. But DeJounte is injured, so give the fact the benefit of the doubt, DeJounte hasn't played yet.
Yeah.
But like, he's a perfect fix. Excuse me, because like you said last week, it gives Trae Young less. He doesn't have to worry as much about defense. He can focus on offense, and he's really proven that. And he goes in. It's not like he's just guarding random players. He's going and guarding the best player on each team and
He's gonna-
locking them up.
Yeah, if you have a case, definitely putting a case for DPOY.
And this is the best Atlanta have been for a while now.
Yeah, but that's not hard to do.
They made a conference final.
They made a conference finals, yeah. But at that same time, yeah, there wasn't a great conference finals, and Trae Young had to fully carry him there.
Yeah.
Atlanta looked good, but at the same time, the East is so shit
It's
compared to the West that
We're almost in the plane.
and you're on 4 wins.
We're horrible.
That's woeful. Anywho, Victor Wembanyama, he's here. He's dropped his first 50-point game,
In
but
26 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they played the Wizards.
Yeah.
First
but
of all, let's
he
just.
also hit 10 threes.
This man
It's a
is
good
7
performance,
points,
but it's the Wizards.
Have you seen his last 10 games? Or 5
I've
games?
seen it, but
He's incredible.
when I like 50 points is good, but it's against the Wizards.
Yeah, he's also getting 30 plus in the last 5 games. Nearly every game.
That's impressive.
He'll be first time All-Star this year, which would be
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
First
Darren Fox has actually been really good. Dropped 60. We've got to talk about Darren Fox here. Dropped 60. He broke the franchise record for most points in a game. Hadn't been broken since 1967. He broke a 60, 70-year-old record.
Yeah, but Oscar Robertson was a GOAT.
No, it wasn't Oscar Robertson. Some other random guy who just held the record.
No, but he had 102 below him.
No, this is for highest score in
no.
One game.
Oh, yeah,
In
one
one
game.
game.
So one game.
in one game, and then the next game he scored 49 and broke it for the most in 2
In
games.
the back-to-back, he had 109 points.
I think it was Oscar Robinson was second, then there was DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, of course.
Back when he was prime Boogie was undefeated.
Before we traded for him.
Still remember that our All-Star weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, but he is. The funny thing is, right? Everyone was talking about the Halliburton trade. Why did I not trade Fox? Why did I not trade Fox? This is why.
Yeah.
Fox he's a guy.
He's always been there. He's always been good, but he hasn't taken the next step. I think this year he's finally taken that next step to where people expected him to be.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of years ago when they made the playoffs, they played you guys in that first round. You wanted 7.
Yeah.
Him and Sabonis that year clicked,
Mm.
and they came. To
Even last year they looked
stagnated
really
a
good.
bit, but
Well, now with DeMar taking off some pressure on the
Yeah.
wing,
yeah.
that's going to help him
They're,
massively.
they're looking, well, their record doesn't show it, but they're looking a lot better this year. They're sitting at the moment in 9th, but they're still on 8 and 6.
Yeah. Put them next.
If you put them in the 8th, yeah, they're 4th.
Now the Cavs continue to win. They're 15 and 0.
I think it's the 4th best start ever now.
Yeah. Look, this team is great, but my question is, and this is my opinion. I'm just saying this: are we on the cusp of seeing one of the greatest teams of all time, or one of the most fraudulent 15 and 0 sides? Because when you actually look at the team, yes, there's some good players. You've got Mitchell, Garland, Mobley is very good defensively. Allen. There's some good players in there, but no one you would say are top 5 in the league.
Yeah, but
they're closer to a fraudulent than a GOAT team.
I disagree because I think even though they're not like I said top 5 players in the league, it doesn't work in the system that they play. It works having those 4 well, obviously Donovan Mitchell's an all-star. Garland was an all-star last year. Mobley was on the cusp of being an all-star. They're still great players, and they've got this team that's sort of clicked. This trade they did for Mitchell has paid dividends now for them.
But let's at the same time also remember, Atlanta Hawks had 4 All-Stars in that year that they were really good.
That's right.
And then what happened to them in the playoffs?
That's right.
Yeah.
By LeBron.
I still think they're better than that Atlanta team, in my opinion.
I would agree. The Hawks were. That was a fraudulent.
Al Horford just made it. They had.
Jeff Teague was an all-star.
Yeah.
Who were the other 2 All-Stars that year?
Kyle Korver, but he had a career year.
And who was the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You compare him to that, this team shits on that team. And their bench depth is good enough as well. It's not like their bench depth falls off. They're good all round. That's what makes them such a good team.
They've got a good coach as well.
Yeah.
Atkinson. I think it's remarkable that Brooklyn got in 5 and KD and Kyrie.
Yeah, it's because they wanted Steve Nash.
Yeah, look how good he was.
I genuinely think I don't think they're one of the greatest teams of all time, but I reckon they're closer to that end than they are to the most fraudulent team.
I would love to see them beat the Celtics and win the East.
It would be good. I don't think that would happen though. I feel like this team
I reckon they're there because I reckon
Playoffs is a different thing.
Playoffs are different things, but I think they're
If you
they're
look
on the
at-
cusp.
You look at the teams who have been historically dominant though in the regular season. Look what happens to when they actually play playoff series.
Yeah, but they've always got to get to a point where they can start winning those playoff games. Why can't this year be the year?
Definitely can be. That's the way it's a tough time.
Mm.
How many games do you reckon they'll win before they lose one?
I'm gonna say
Let me give you their next 3 games as well, so you can be aware. They play the Celtics.
that could be a loss.
Then they have the Pelicans.
That we're not winning them.
And then the 3rd game they play. Where are you? Sorry, I'm having a look here. I can't seem to find them. Must have a 3-day game break.
The Raptors.
Raptors.
So Celtics.
So say they beat
Are they
if they
playing
beat the
something
Celtics, they then have a good run to get to 20. Could they? Do you see them getting to 20? Because then they play the Hawks as well after that.
Yeah.
I do
The
think
Hawks and the Hawks again.
As long as I beat Boston, yeah. What
Yeah.
did Golden State get to that year? You got the most wins ever in a row. Was it 23 or 24?
In a row, we got 24. I don't think we started off 24 though.
It was like 22 and 0. Something like that.
Maybe we did. Yeah, we got.
You were
It was ridiculous.
They could bet that if they beat the Celtics.
Yeah. Otherwise, if they Celtics will probably be their biggest threat.
Yeah. Where is that game in Cleveland or Boston?
I think it's in Cleveland. Maybe I can't remember. Don't quote me.
I think it is in Cleveland because we're playing them at home, so it's probably in Cleveland. Be interesting. Now, guys, the glorious Lord, LeBron James. He's recently broke his record for most triple doubles in a row, with 4 at 39. It's ridiculous. Number one, and then he didn't get a triple double next game against us, but he hit 2 clutch 3-pointers to win the game.
Brought back out the silencer. Don't see that very often now.
Yeah. So at 39, is this part, like longevity, putting on his resume, making his case for to go?
Yes.
What are you thinking, man? And also,
okay. I'm not saying LeBron's not a go. I love LeBron.
I just want you to no. I'm gonna come back to preface that. I just want to say, is this part like this making his case for the go? We'll come back to that in a second.
It helps. It helps his career statistic, like his resume. Helps his resume. Yes.
Yeah. Now we're 13 episodes into a podcast about sports.
Yes.
And we haven't discussed who the GOAT is yet, guys.
Go debates.
So, guys, who do we believe is the GOAT?
I believe it's LeBron.
Who do you believe it is, John T?
See, I also believe it's LeBron. Because I think career matters, like longevity of career.
I just think we've never seen anything like this ever. Like, to be doing this at 39 is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know who you're choosing.
It's ridiculous.
And he'll keep going.
There's only one person I've ever seen do what he's done at his age, and that was Kareem. Kareem was the only person until 39. He was slowing down. Yeah, but he was still around that 20+ point a game.
But also look at how dominant Kareem was over compared to everyone else in that period. Like how much there was no competitor for Kareem at that point in time.
Oh, there was still a fair few.
But like not in the same.
Start of Jordan era.
Yeah, not at that point. Whereas like there wasn't a Hakeem, wasn't Mutombo, wasn't that.
Look, the goat discussion is subjective. Mm-hmm. My goat is.
He's gonna say Steph, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh, you're a fucking idiot.
My goat is Steph Curry, but again, it's subjective. I just think what he's done for the NBA and the way he's changed the NBA and his career, he's the only ever unanimous MVP. He's my goat. I'm not. That's in my opinion. No, it's subjective.
That's the word.
Your greatest of all time is subjective. It doesn't matter about statistics or nothing. You have your own preference on who you think is the greatest of all time, and he's mine. LeBron's not even on top 3 favorite of all time, or greatest of all time. He's not top 3.
You understand that LeBron's impact over the last 10 years is still higher than Steph's.
Oh no.
I'll show you the stats, and it is.
No.
He has better stats other than threes in every single category over Steph.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah. Oh, besides assists.
No, assists as well.
I found a stat.
Does he? Okay.
More assists.
He has
points.
every single, basically, like nearly every single record you can have. He pretty much
He's
has.
top 10 in everything ever.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, it's subjective. I've never been a fan of LeBron.
That's just hate them.
That's not how I've just never. I great. He's a great player. I'm not saying that he's not good. I just don't like LeBron.
Who are the 3 people ahead of him then?
I have Curry, Jordan, Kareem.
So, number 1, Jordan is at least number 2, if not very much making the case for number 1.
Yeah.
Jordan's my 2.
Kobe, where the fuck is he?
Oh, he's a bit down.
Kobe's 5 for me.
I'd have him around 5 to 7.
My 4 is very much like growing up childhood subjective. Mine's AI at 4, but I know it's only because it's more because I just loved AI.
That's your fan love. So.
That's my fan love. Again, subjective. This is all subjective. Doesn't matter about statistics or nothing. This is all subjective and who my greatest of all times are.
Yeah, but you have to at least look at it more analytically than just, I watched him play.
Because then I put Giannis in my top 5. But
Yes.
I'm not going to do that.
I could put AD in my top 5. No.
Well, top 5, I'd go like LeBron, Jordan, Kareem.
I think Curry's would be in the conversation.
No. All right.
Curry in my top 10. I'll do that.
Not top.
No. Okay. Let's also quickly, if you want to go impact is still LeBron, MJ, Kobe.
I think Curry's had a better resume than Kobe.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Are we forgetting the Lakers?
What about it? Yeah.
They went on a free-peat.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then he won it again.
Yep.
Curry's
Way
Curry
later.
did the exact same thing. Curry
Yes.
went from being in the worst team, they were the bottom of the West, to the next year they won the chip.
Yeah.
And he had he did it without, because it was always like, he can't do it without KD. He went out and did it without KD, and he got that Finals MVP.
I would put Curry over Kobe. I would.
My head hurts.
No,
I would.
I would. I solely agree with that.
That you are both wrong.
No.
You are both wrong.
I think Kobe gets very much glazed.
No.
He get not glazed, I think, because it's so many people loved him, but then it's sort of that love pushed him in the upper echelon. Like I love watching Kobe, don't get me wrong, but I think resume wise, Curry has a better resume and career than Kobe did.
So they both have 4 chips.
Yeah.
Yep.
Curry's
Both 4 chips. Curry's got 2 MVPs. Kobe's got 1. Kobe's only got 1 Finals MVP. So does Curry.
Yeah.
Curry's also got the greatest. He's got the biggest record in regular season history,
It's very close. I can't split them.
and he's also one of the most clutch players in NBA history.
They both are.
They both are.
Like, I still remember as a kid watching 2016 in the Western Conference Finals when Curry pulls up from like 32 feet against OKC to win the game.
Yeah, but have a think about that for a second. Who did Curry base his game off? Like, would be watching and had influence from?
Kobe.
Or his old man as well. His old man was a good shooter.
Yeah, but you ain't looking at Del Curry and going,
Anyway, let's move on. We're on this. Let's go to the rookie watch at the moment. Mr. TikTok, Jared McCain.
yeah.
He has actually lighted up the league on a shit Philly team, averaging, I think his last 4 games, averaging 24 points a game.
He's been pretty good.
He's having some solid performances. He's the one good thing out of Philly at the moment.
He's now the favourite to win Rookie of the Year.
No.
Probably, yeah, he is. Bookie's favourite.
He's Bookie's favorite. I
Bookie's
still
favourite.
think there's other people because he hasn't played enough games where it's at elite
I
level.
think
Yet.
he will go now because Philly are clearly not
Yeah,
going to do anything.
yeah. Philly have knows. I'm surprised he went so low in the draft. I thought
It's
he
because
was
he's a
higher.
freshman that didn't do much in actual. He only had a smaller stat line compared to what other people
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
And if he did a sophomore year, and played well, he would have been top 10. That's the issue. Also, got to take into account Tyrese Maxey's out right now.
So he's the main scorer
Yeah.
already.
Well, main ball handler.
So,
So
second option.
yeah.
With third if Joel comes back.
well, Joel is playing.
But I think he's really, even with those two coming back, he's more of that 3-and-D type player, and that works.
He can shoot. So.
He can shoot. You watch most of his score. Besides, obviously, when he's got the ball in hand, he's a lot more efficient. Can be more dangerous because he can drive and all that. But he can be that player, that pop and shoot guy, because he can shoot the 3-ball, and he's a good defender.
Yeah, I just think there's still a bit more room to go once we see Tyrese Maxey back, and then we see because
But it's not like there's been any other standout rookie though.
I would watch out for Stephon Castle.
Where's that?
He's Spurs.
Spurs.
He's coming to a starting role now. He's averaging like 15 points a game right now.
Okay.
He's been very good. He's getting mentored by Chris Paul.
That's handy.
Not a bad match.
Yeah, so
Seventy dad.
yeah, give him. He might not win Rookie of the Year, but this guy is going to be having one of the greats teach him how to play point guard, and have Wemby to pass it to.
Pretty handy.
Yeah,
It's a good little combo you got there.
yeah. Now Zach Edey versus Kling Kong.
What? Kling Kong?
Kling Kong, like King Kong, Kling Kong.
Oh,
Lord.
That's his nickname.
Yeah,
That's his nickname.
Okay.
These are the two centers that are currently leading the race for Rookie of the Year. Zach Eady has kind of dropped off in production over the last few weeks. Klingon's had some good games, but once again, Portland taken into account. And then the final one, Bronny's last minutes have been played against Lebronto. Played 2 minutes, did nothing. It's very funny, how much glazing he gets, and we'll come back to the glazing very, very soon. Right, real close, and then they go.
No, it has to be the same distance. It has to be a bit there.
Oh, well, it's about 20 meters, max.
Okay, so 20 minutes. Bang. I'm literally going to put cement in my water bottle and go. Back again, we're here. It's Melon of the Week, our favourite time of the week. And boy, oh boy, what a week we have this week.
We had some absolute doozies.
This is one of the best weeks I've seen in a long time.
Now, if you haven't seen it before, Melon of the Week is where we take 5 people, organisations, whatever, from the sporting world who did some absolutely melon-worthy things. And at the end of the year, the most melon-worthy thing, the person will get sent whatever, I don't know yet. We don't know yet. A melon-related thing.
Yeah. We're waiting to be sponsored.
Yeah.
We're still sending it, I don't care.
Anywho, we'll start at number 5. And to be honest, I think any of these in another week could be number 1.
Oh, easily.
But we'll start number 5. Rajon Rondo. If you haven't seen this is absolutely hilarious. So he got pulled over by police in, I can't remember what state he was in. You have to remember. But he got pulled over, and he's like, the police officer, license registration, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, I know you. So the police officer just starts referencing everything he did in his whole career.
Went through the Wikipedia file.
The Wikipedia. Oh, you won a chip with Boston Celtics.
Oh, and the Lakers.
And it's like, he's just sitting there, he's just like not wanting to hear any of it, like, so miserable. But poor bloke, rather than having to deal with that, getting pulled over by a cop and then doing that. I think, what did he get pulled over for again?
Oh, it's probably just speeding.
Probably speeding.
Yeah, probably speeding.
Just speeding.
But the turtle got caught and then just got a bit stiff. So, although it's stiff, Rajon Rondo, you're a melon.
Also, quick shout out, honorable mention this week, Draymond Green. For commenting on a post from number 4. Making fun of him. Number 4 this week is Bleacher Report. Now, Bleacher Report is always looking for its next big clip. One of the clips this week was Bronny calling a timeout.
It didn't even call a timeout. He just gestured it. It didn't even get called a
Like
timeout.
he scored, I think a bucket.
Look,
Why is he still on the bench? I thought he got put to the G League.
No, because he plays home games. Also, House of Highlights do the same thing. So we'll lob them in there too.
I'm so sick of this Bronny glazing.
Every year they have an athlete, and it's usually a good player. Like last year was Wemby.
The year before.
LaMelo Ball when he was.
Yeah. Zion, Ja Morant when Zion was injured.
LaMelo when he came in the league.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, like it makes sense with those guys. They're all like all-star level players. Bronny is not. He's just LeBron's son. It's stupid.
Yeah, but it's LeBron's son. It's an entire race.
But anyway, so timeout. For Melon, number 4. Draymond as well. Click on that one. So Draymond was being made fun of for something.
I think he
tripped up Zach Eady.
That's right. Yeah.
That he got caught and then just sort of grabbed him and said, "Ooh, look, yeah."
What Draymond does.
That's what Draymond does.
And then he's commented on a Bleacher Report post saying,
then he just said, "Fuck off."
Yeah.
No, you said shut up.
Yeah. Like what?
It's so funny. So you go on the replies to look at Draymond fans going, "Yeah, love this work, Draymond. Love this work."
I can't wait for that to be on his podcast.
At number 3, probably this was funny. I'm hit or miss on this, but Gold Coast Suns possibly having one of the worst rebrands of all time. The logo. What is the color?
It's awful.
Why red on red? If you put yellow in it, I think it'd look really cool. Like it's not a bad logo design. Like don't get me wrong, I don't mind the logo design, but the color, you can't go red on red. No. And like I heard there's a rumor going around. It's gonna be their like Clash kit's gonna be black and red. That would look cool.
Once again, that's straight from Dando's footy.
Red and black.
Yeah, that's where I got my scoop from.
Red and black.
Some team kind of has that.
Yeah. But it's just I don't like the red and having a 6:30 a.m. party for it, and it not going to plan.
Well, what we more Gold Coast than that?
Oh, Gold Coast, you're at number 3.
Since I've entered the AFL, have they done one thing right? No.
No. Gave Mac Haynes a big contract. Took Gary away from Geelong.
Signed Carmichael Hunt.
Overpaid a bunch of players, lost them all.
Picked Dan Gorringe, picked 10.
Look, at the time, that would be a good pick. He was top 5.
Traded away all their good players.
Well, that's not really their choice.
No culture.
Yeah, no, not much, right?
At the same time, actually had some success.
Hired Rodney Eag as their first coach.
Oh, Rocket, let's go. No.
Fuck you, Will.
Now, number 2 this week, it's a really odd one. This one shouldn't have happened. Rodrigo Bentancur. Now, he's a Tottenham midfielder. He's had a really good season this season. That's the real weird part of this. Now, he's recently got a 7-game ban. Coming his way. It hasn't been confirmed yet.
What do you do?
But you would think like a big incident.
7 games.
Two-footed bloke.
7 games.
He's like fully like nearly murdered a bloke.
It's a long time.
Long time. Now, this actually happened in Uruguay. Now, to explain it, he was in an interview with a Uruguayan reporter. And the reporter is a big Son fan, and he goes, "Oh, can I get a Son shirt?" Now, obviously, Bentancur being his teammate, you'd think, he'd be like,
sure.
"Yeah, sure." Instead, he said, and once again, it's not me saying this. This is what he said. It could be Sonny's cousins too. They all look the same.
Todd, you can't say that.
I didn't say that. Rodrigo said that, and I don't believe that for a single second. Rodrigo, he's your own bloody teammate, number 1. Number 2, at what point do you go, this is a good thing to say in an interview?
How is this number 2?
The fact that this is number 2 means it's such a good week for the Melons.
Oh, Lord.
Again, notice another thing. It's soccer.
Yeah. And guess who's number 1? It's soccer again.
Well, quickly,
Sport in the world.
Bentancur, you're a melon. That is so stupid.
You're not number 1, and boy oh boy, we've got a story for you. If you've been living under a rock, you wouldn't have heard this story, but this has been all over the news. But Premier League umpire David Coote, I believe he's a linesman.
He has done some. He's done VAR mostly recently.
Yeah.
Has done some middle of the
Bit
park
of
as
full
well.
official. all
He's
that.
involved with the referee.
Yeah, so he's a Premier League official. So normally you have to be pretty unbiased,
Vigilant.
down the middle.
Pretty vigilant.
So a video came out this week where it shows David Coote calling Jurgen Klopp, the former coach of Liverpool, a cunt.
Beep that.
Beat that.
Beep that.
He called him to see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, and continued to say that Liverpool are a shit club, I believe.
Yep.
So first of all, why are you doing that as a Premier League official? It's not on.
The funniest thing is that's from 2 years ago, from a video with his mate. That's just leaked. The thing is, all right. At what point do you go? My livelihood is about refereeing football games, and I'm letting my mate take a video.
Of you saying that.
Yeah.
It's like, that's stupid.
Like the overall thing was like, he was whining. He's like always whining, always screaming. The particular incident happened after Liverpool had I don't remember. I think it was Everton or something.
I think it was a VAR issue, yeah.
Burnley VAR issue. They go storm basically towards him, saying like threatening him and stuff. Which fair enough, you might hate them for that, but why did you get yourself caught saying it? Like,
yeah, it's stupid, and that's not even the end of it. The second bit, boy oh boy, he's also been rumored, allegedly been caught organising a drug party for other Premier League refs. What?
that's bad.
What? Excuse me?
It's
He's that guy.
he's done. He's done.
I don't think he's ever going to have a career ever umpiring again anywhere.
Well, career in general.
Yeah, that's just like, first of all, the Klopp video enough is bad enough. And then this coming out that you were trying to organise a drug party for referees, secondly, is blasphemy. It's like, what are you doing? It's going to come out at some point. That's not what you do.
No.
Stupid. So, David Coote, for doing 2 things in the space of 1 week being called out for, you are our melon of the week.
Now, how does that rank with how many melons we've had?
Is he leading?
We've got Son's dad.
To the corner flag.
Yeah.
That's just funny.
He ends with the chainsaw.
Yeah. Hugo Mallo's up there.
Yeah, for the mascot. I think this goes number 1 for just both of
Or assaulting a child with a corner flag is probably a little bit higher.
It's top 3.
top 3. Boy, oh boy.
Wow. What
Again, recurring theme.
Soccer.
look. There's so many people.
This is somehow your favourite sport.
Yeah. I don't like Liverpool, so I don't care for the video.
True.
Anyway, that's the end of this episode this week.
Oh boy, what an episode.
What great melons we've had.
Great melons, great conversations. You're going to probably come after me after the show saying
I'm
that...
gonna have a list. Like, where's Larry? Where's Magic? Where's Shaq?
I'm still going to agree with my list.
Good to be back, guys.
Welcome back, Jimmy.
Where's Bill Russell?
Where's Will Chamberlain?
He quite literally hit 100 in the league. He should be in the GOAT category.
Shut up.
And
Playing against shit white people.
You're not being racist there. It's yourself.
Anywho, we'll see you guys next week. I'm Ethan Stone.
I'm John Perry.
Stay Nuffin.